Welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. You're here with us on Bad Advice, just like you are every Saturday from 2 to 3. That's right. Give us an hour. We'll give you plenty to feel icky about. I'm your host, Drew Marks, and like I am every week, I'm joined by a panel of very funny people. This week, we have Marie DelPrete.
What?
My friend Bon Ogle.
Hey.
Emery Emery.
Hi.
And Vince DonVito.
Did you say Bon Ogle?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
just
his
checking.
name. I got it right. I know him.
I know you're in awe. It's
I
me.
am.
I'm here.
Our website is thebadadvicepodcast.com. If you're watching us live, you can feel free to join the conversation by typing your comments along with the show. You can leave your questions on the website, and if we really like your question, we will send you one of our Bad Advice shirts. You can also order those shirts from the website for only $10. Send us a picture of you in your shirt. We'll put you up on the website. If you are new to Bad Advice, we will take your questions on any subject at all.
I'd like to start the show off with some bad advice.
Yes.
Send us your questions.
That is bad advice.
You dumbass.
Oh my God, he's angry already.
I know.
It just starts fresh, like the beginning.
I think,
I'm just warming up, baby.
here's the thing. He's like a reptile. It's warm, so he moves. You know, that's it. In the winter, he's much calmer.
I think only time he's calm is when he's sleeping, and then he probably thrashes in his sleep too.
Heather, do I thrash in my sleep?
Hi, Heather.
I was just going to say only when he's in dark places, and then you said Heather, and I went, I should probably pull that one back.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Ooh,
are
I
all
like
starting
the
it. There's
hair.
Heather. Hi, baby.
The hair is
Heather's
good.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think our live chat is working. Let's see. Do we have our live chat?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, and Sasha's here. Hi, Sasha. Welcome back to the show. Okay, we're going to get started. As I say, if you're new to the show, we like to cover some news stories. We have different segments. We're going to do some fun ones this week. We have some new stuff and some that we've done before. It's going to be good.
Right.
But let's start off with the thing we like to call crazy.
Oh, crazy. That's me.
Crazy.
Do I have to sing along?
You don't have to, but you can
Okay.
dance.
No.
I'm not crazy.
No, not crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, we
no.
want the guy
You look
wearing
totally
the comic book
sane.
T-shirt to sing.
Yeah, I'm the normal one.
Yeah.
Our first
Right.
story comes out of Portland, Oregon. Apparently, a snake thief smuggled a 2-foot-long python from a Portland pet store by stuffing it down his pants. That's right, video surveillance. And it helped viewers and police identify the suspect. And they say they know who did it. We know where he lives. We know where he works. We know all about him and his girlfriend. We're just waiting to get the snake back. Apparently, the video shows the suspect is with a blue-haired woman who appeared to be in on the theft. He handed her some keys before taking the snake from a tank and then shuffling out of the store. They say it was pretty gutsy for the man to put the python in his pants because it was close to feeding time and they weren't sure what the snake would do.
That's right, and they eat rats.
Yeah.
Hairy rats.
What kind of rat steals a snake?
They eat it whole too. Like they don't even like.
It
they
just gets worse
swallow
and
it.
worse.
That's right.
That snake could deep throat.
Are you
know
happy?
What I mean?
Are
I'm
you-
very
yeah.
happy.
Is that a python in your pants, or are you just happy to see me?
I mean, maybe that was his goal, really, to impress the ladies.
To press the girl, but he
Yeah.
already has his girlfriend. It's not like the girlfriend doesn't know. It's like, oh, you look a lot bigger.
4 minutes in, and Marie is deep-throating already.
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting
She's just
here.
talking about
I'm
it.
just, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He is
The voice
more
of reason
thank
again has to
you.
step in.
Thank you.
Yeah, my advice is
I'm the only
first
one
of all,
without glasses. Can I just say that?
you want to borrow mine? Because I can't see.
Oh my God. let me
Give her
see if
mine.
these are
There you
right.
Oh, Trevor's here with
How?
us too. What's up, Trev?
Everyone does that. Everyone takes someone else's glasses and goes, "What the fuck is wrong with
Yeah,
you?
I know.
You freak!"
You must be blind.
So back to the snake. Can't you just picture if it actually did start feeding and the woman is trying to pull it off? Just that visual of yanking and
That would be
yanking.
awesome. That would be absolutely awesome.
The snake's name is
Drew is going to
Lorena
go steal
Bobbitt.
a snake right
Mhm.
now.
First, I'm sorry. I think these people. The problem started when you have a blue-haired girlfriend.
Yeah, what the hell? Now,
His
th-
girlfriend's
listen,
blue?
blue hair doesn't mean the same thing anymore.
No.
No, it's not old.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, if she's got that, the turn it white and then blonde and then put the color in, this guy is getting some action.
Yeah,
Although
17-year-old.
But if he's in there with his mom,
Yeah.
crickets.
How funny would it be though if it was an actual like Florida type blue hair? It was an old woman,
Right.
and the old guy is the one shoving the python in his.
Do we know where
pants.
this happened?
Portland, Oregon.
Portland.
He
Yeah,
clearly,
yeah.
He clearly didn't have a great escape plan. you know,
Shuffling out with a
yes,
snake?
you went in there knowing I'm going to take this snake. You'd think maybe you'd bring a bag or something, a bulky jacket.
Yeah, and he was
he had a
still,
bag.
he was still
The
holding
snake-
his keys.
and
It
The
wasn't
snake went
planned
for the
yet.
bag.
But at some point, the snake is also going to slip down your pants.
Well,
And
that he probably had a lot of women following him, like, oh snap!
Right,
Look what's
look at
dragging
him.
underneath his pants.
Nice.
It's that big.
Nice.
This is the only one-eyed trouser snake that actually hisses.
How did he get it down his pants? Though, how big are his pants? I mean, a
I
python's
used to have
really big,
snakes.
right?
it was
It's-
MC Hammer.
They
with those
curl up
big-
pretty nicely.
But a python's thick, though, isn't
No,
it?
not necessarily. A 2-foot python is not as thick as you're imagining it. You're
Really?
just
Is that what
you're
it is?
projecting right now,
2
Maria.
feet.
Yeah, yeah, that's
It's
nothing.
2 feet long, not 2 feet
That's
wide.
that's no bigger than this. That's
Oh, really? That's
no
the,
bigger
that's
than
the
that,
girth.
and could be smaller, but yeah.
Oh,
Look at the
that
disappointment.
snake's not satisfying a woman.
Well, I guess if he doesn't wear tight
Snake's
pants.
name is clearly not Snickers.
Oh. I couldn't get a 2-foot snake down my pants.
Oh,
We've
really?
heard that about you.
Seriously?
With all the innocence.
I don't know.
That's because she's putting it in the
Okay.
wrong
What?
end.
Let's
Go
play
the
a-
other side and you'll be fine.
Let's play a word game where we
No.
substitute the word pants.
Oh, we
Mad
gotta play
Libs
that
with
game we
Marie
played last
DelPrete.
time.
We're going to.
All right,
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just thought that one was amusing, but I guess my advice would be, if you're going to smuggle something in your pants, don't do it at a pet store. Go to like a food store, the veggie section. That way you can get something more impressive.
Yeah.
And it's not moving.
What did-
Smuggle a zucchini.
Haven't you? You'd probably smuggle a couple of zucchinis down your pants.
I have an ongoing zucchini.
They
It's-
come really big now.
It's like a
those zucchini.
vegetable patch down there.
All right then.
Okay.
You did not bring that story without the idea that we were going to make fun of it, like the
No,
connotations.
I didn't.
All right. good.
I was well aware.
Mhm.
This
Yeah.
next one,
Next time, hide it in your ass.
What is the weirdest
pussy.
thing anybody
You
here has
puss.
ever stuffed down their pants?
oh,
That's a
that's a
good
good
question.
question.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I was trying to think. What have I stuffed down my pants that I
I'm
wouldn't
going
want
with,
people to know
for
about?
me, it was an 8-ball of cocaine.
Really?
Yes.
We trying to smuggle
Haven't we
it,
all?
or-
I was in fear of getting busted.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
I got pulled over, and I'm like, and the cocaine's in the pan.
You weren't robbing a gangster.
No, I didn't steal it from a drug. I go to a drugstore and I'm going to smuggle out this 1/8 of cocaine.
Thank you,
Does he
Ice
look
Tea.
like somebody that would do that?
Well, no, he thinks you can get cocaine in a drugstore.
Oh, you probably could have, like a long time ago.
He's not
I-
that old, Marie.
I have put a ZZ Top CD in my pants that I shoplifted when I was younger.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's good. Marie, what have you put in your pants?
Basil.
No, something that
is Basil
wasn't
a
supposed to
midget?
be there.
And the winner of shit you did not expect to hear,
What have you put in your pants? What have
don't
you
you
put?
wanna know
Cocaine?
why?
cocaine.
And
I have a
yeah,
reason why.
we don't care. We're
Oh my
picturing
God.
you with basil in your pants.
I want
We're
to
done.
Know.
That's called the payoff.
No.
That's the money
But
shot.
I want
Emery-
to explain myself.
Emery,
How can you be
Clearly-
any more interesting?
Clearly, the recipe called for it.
Oh, right.
Well,
Wow.
I am
I've always
Italian, so.
I've always thought of her as soupy.
No, but but basil
What?
keeps off bad juju.
If you
That is
burn it,
so fucking anti-Semitic.
See, aren't you
God
glad I
damn
gave
it.
you a joke?
Yes, that's very nice. And you? Do you have
A
anything?
loaded weapon.
A loaded weapon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fucking
what, are you
Bible
crazy?
thumper.
Yeah, were you a cop or something?
Yeah, what the hell?
It actually was. I was at a club
Yeah.
and.
Were you threatening your own genitals?
No. Listen.
You better
The
fucking
gun was
grow.
put in there.
You
The
better
gun
get
was,
bigger, or I'm gonna
the gun was
pop a
put
cap in your
there.
head.
Don't fucking look at me.
It was actually put in there by a guy who was on the run. He said, "Will you hold this for me?" And he literally walked up to me and put it in my waistband.
Oh, another man put
Another man put
a gun in your pants.
put his 9 in my
Do you
pants.
usually do that for strangers?
Happiness.
Just let them put things in
I
your
knew him.
pants?
It's a warm gun, mama.
Vince is not the guy at the airport who doesn't take the package
Yeah,
for
I
other
know.
people.
Are you carrying anything? Did you
Can you-
pack your own bags?
Can you
well, not my
repeat,
pants.
Can you repeat the question?
Why did he shove a gun down your pants?
He was getting arrested, and he knew. Well, some people were after him, and he said, "I'm either going to get arrested or,
Yeah.
Did you
So-
find God in the clink? I mean, what in the hell?
Wait, you went to jail?
I didn't go to jail.
How did they not see a gun being shoved in your pants?
Yeah.
He pulled me aside and we made a little transaction.
What did he go? Hey, cops, hold on just a
Yes.
second. Come over here. Yeah.
He's making shadow puppets. Look over here while I.
Hey, look over here. What is this? What's this? Right here.
I saved Tim Slagle from the cops once. We were on a gig in Pueblo, Colorado, and he had gone into this bar to actually get some marijuana with some people who had seen our show that night. And all of a sudden, some unmarked cars pulled up, converged on the whole place, and some shit was going down. And all of a sudden, he's taken out and he's handcuffed and thrown over a hood of a car. I drove down about a mile. I went to a convenience store. I picked up a payphone, and I called in an armed robbery at that location.
Wow, that's
And I
good
got
of you.
back in my car. I drove back down there, and he was already cut loose and confused. And I pulled up. I said, "Get in the car!" And they jumped in the car, him and the other comic, and we drove back to Colorado Springs. Nobody knew what happened. That's one of my favorite stories.
That's awesome. That's
That's
a great story. It
clever.
would have been more relevant if you had said, "Get in my pants."
One night in Pueblo.
I wish Emery was my friend.
I know.
Oh, man, that was slick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went on the road with Bon, and I almost got killed, and all he did was watch. It's true.
It's all you can do when someone's going to get killed.
That's all you can do when someone's going to get killed.
Just sit and watch.
Very reasonable man.
This woman
Oh,
almost
great.
killed me, and Bon just sat there and watched.
A
Wow.
woman?
Uh-huh.
Seriously?
She almost ran me off the road.
Oh, okay.
She was looking down, and her car came straight at me, and I kept moving over, and then I was finally on the shoulder of the road with like.
In my defense,
3
I
inches
was
to
in
spare.
another car behind Drew, so
Yeah.
it's not like I could ram him off the road to save his life.
When
That's
I pulled
true.
up, the woman looked up at the very last second, swerved, and missed my car by like 2 inches.
Yeah.
I pull over, I'm shaking Bon. He doesn't
I
look at me
hugged him.
and just hugged me. He was like,
Drew, in her defense, she was screaming bad juju.
I needed some basil.
Basil's good. Don't knock the basil.
You're supposed
Just
to
saying.
burn it, though, isn't it? The
Oh,
smoke?
no, that's
That's sage.
sage.
Oh.
This is Italian.
Excuse me for not knowing
Different.
my
That's-
worst pothead ever.
That's a different culture. Italians
Okay,
we use
well,
garlic.
We'll
and
do this
things.
story real quick, and then we'll get on to our next segment. This is about an Amish minister who has come out and confessed to murder.
Okay.
This Amish minister named Samuel Borntrager confessed to the murder of his 26-year-old wife, Anna Borntrager. Apparently, he said that he had fallen out of love with her, and to kill her, he put antifreeze in some type of liquid that he gave her to drink.
Oh, yeah.
But that wasn't all. He also said, according to a probable cause statement, that he gave his wife battery acid, quote, up her rectum on at least 2 occasions.
What?
That's a fun night.
Well,
I'd like to
first-
take back what I put down my pants. Battery acid's fucking sexy. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Well, it depends on how it's delivered.
Yeah, I know, right?
There are
there
holes
more?
in this story because I grew up around the Amish. They do not believe in cars or electric equipment. What he's doing with
Ooh.
batteries and antifreeze.
What is
Well,
he doing with murder?
I was about to say, he's obviously backsliding a bit here.
Yeah. His Rumspringer's still going on.
Yeah.
I
right?
think the rest of the tribe is going to have a little trouble with what he used to kill it. He should have used a hoe or a hammer or a rock.
He
No
should've-
modern
That's so
convenience should
funny.
have been
He
used.
should have put a barn in her
Yeah.
rectum.
Beat her with an eyeless doll.
When you say used a hoe, I just picture a guy beating another woman with a slut.
I like the
That's
quote
what I
from the
meant.
cop. The cop, his quote is, "I feel terrible for his new wife."
Oh my God!
Wow.
Wow,
What was the
that's
guy's
so
name?
out of their
Storm
character.
Trigger?
How do I mean?
Strong.
I hate to be the guy that
How'd
has
they
to
get it
ask,
up
but
there?
how do you put battery acid into a rectum? Like, honey,
How do you not?
it's our anniversary. You want to do something different?
Yeah.
I mean, I know that they're probably passive, those Amish women, but I would think that they've never done anything like that before. Like, they probably don't do anal.
Either
stuff.
that, or maybe because look, we don't really. Bon, you said you live there. I know very little about the Amish.
Oh, I know
Are
all
they
about
like
the
sexy
Amish,
freaks?
yeah.
Are
What's
they,
that now?
Are they like sex freaks?
Yeah.
They've gotta be. They're fucking oppressed. Yes, they are. I can answer that question. I know the equation.
No, they
I
aren't.
don't
'cause
have to have facts.
They don't
to
have
back it up.
zippers. It's too hard to get their clothes off.
Everybody who is sexually oppressed through religion is a freak. That's what happens. Just look at Marie.
I'm not oppressed.
She's not
Okay.
oppressed.
Thank you.
She makes me depressed. But
I
I
disagree.
have that effect.
I've seen her on
Now,
stage.
Vince, have any of your friends that have been getting arrested asked you to put any of their battery acid in your
Not tell
pants?
myself. I just also
Hold it
wonder,
for them till they
when-
get out?
when you're presenting the antifreeze, do you do that in a shot glass and say it's creme de menthe?
Yeah.
Like
that's
how
what I'm
at first taste you go, honey, I think this is not so good.
No, she didn't drink the battery. She drank antifreeze, and that tastes sweet.
does it really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how you can kill somebody very easily because they cannot taste it.
Oh, I know
just
It
tastes
scares me
battery.
that you know this.
The battery
I know
acid
a
tastes
lot.
And it also scares your husband, even if you don't know it.
In your also.
Have it, and it's sweet,
Because
right?
there's two different kinds, and you don't want to mix them, so you stick your
The
finger
kind the
in.
Amish people
And
use.
if you're still alive, you stick your finger in the other one and taste it, and tell which one is the right kind of antifreeze.
See, and it's made him so mellow. Like, it's a good thing.
You know what I love about the internet?
What?
You can ask any question,
What'd you ask?
and the answers
isn't that our show?
and the answers are the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do Amish people do anal? This is at topics.com. Here are some of the highlight answers in this thread of retards. Yes, but they limit it to the good-looking farm animals. I think it's their only form of birth control. Who cares? Stop by Muddy Pond Clank Range. I'm not going to finish
What?
this. I'm not finishing it.
Any real answers?
I have.
Those weren't real?
No.
You know the old saying, God will get you for that one. And then my favorite here is, you're all a bunch of sick freaks.
Yes, that's
So,
true. Well,
there's-
that's okay. One of our listeners, Trevor, says, well, he was probably trying to get rid of all that hair that they don't believe in shaving either.
Oh, yeah, they're probably very,
That's the
very,
battery
Right,
acid.
right.
Yeah.
very
Yes, Your
National
Honor. I was
Geographic.
just trying to find the hole.
I had to put some battery acid on it. Come on.
I was clearing the grounds.
Yeah, or maybe he said, like, I'm trying to kill the lice or something.
You know
and I
what?
need to put this in your
I
butt.
thought it said nair.
That's Amish anal. Here's the thing. This is where we wrap it up. That was clearly just Amish anal bleaching.
Right. Oh, my God. I found Amish anal porn. Okay, I'm done.
All right.
Okay.
That's not
Need to be
real
done.
Amish.
We're going to move on
people.
to the next one.
All
We're going
right.
to do this one quick. The next one, let's do a little politics is stupid.
All right.
The world is one big tragedy. I wonder what I
You have to
can
dance,
do.
though.
I was just going to ask if I had to sing along. I was looking over at Brad like, sing it
I don't know the song.
As far as suicide,
When we sing, just hit me in the leg.
I love that Marie doesn't know it. We've played it every fucking show. Go on.
It's only 3 lines.
Damn
I
it.
know, but I don't know the word.
Not going to let it bother me tonight. Just do
Yeah.
the goddamn story
Right,
while I put my hand on my pants and think about how stupid she is.
You're an asshole.
I love you dearly.
That's a
You're
compliment for him.
He's so full of himself,
He's,
right?
he's an
He thinks
excited
he's
asshole.
So smart.
I've never been so mean to someone in my life. Why
know.
does she do it?
I
It's
don't
got to be
know.
the accent.
Just because I can't remember anything doesn't mean I'm stupid.
No,
Just
it
means I
does.
don't
No, it kind of
It's
does.
one of the
does.
qualifiers.
A little bit.
No, it really doesn't.
It's on the list of potential
Oh,
things.
I'm sorry. I'll
They're
take
so,
my hands
they're
out of
so
my pants.
chauvinistic, don't you think?
We love having
Yeah,
you.
I
I didn't
hate
say
those
it's
men.
because you're a woman. I said it's
Yeah.
because you're Italian. I'm
True.
racist.
Now, hey.
What?
I blame the Italian.
I didn't think
you
he'd even get
Italian?
the joke.
He's-
Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry. You should have
We're
fucking
just gonna cover
protected
this
me instead
because-
of letting him call me stupid. If you're fucking Italian. Fuck
He's
face.
running the board. He turns my mic
I don't
down.
give a shit.
See
You
how
did
quick
not
she
turn-
turns? What are you?
I'm just hoping to get a sprig of your basil later.
Let's bring it.
I don't have any today. I'm sorry. I can't provide my produce.
You sure there's none just like hanging out?
No. I clean it up. I clean it up.
All right. Okay, we're gonna do this segment now.
Let's do this.
So
Do I need to play
We've
the song
had-
again?
Tonight
No,
is the
fucker.
final Republican debate. They just had the Democratic one-on-one debate,
All right.
and it strikes me, they have so many of these, and none of them really. None of it matters. No one's really listening to policy, so we don't elect people. I don't think on what they hear at these debates, because they're all just trying to one-up each other, and it's not policies that anybody's enacting anyway. So my thought is, what can we come up with as an alternative to help decide who should be elected?
Hmm.
Greco wrestling.
I was thinking gladiator combat.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I like that.
To the death. Whatever it is needs to end with to the death.
How about an IQ test?
Oh,
No, that's dumb.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's far too reasonable.
How about
Yeah.
like a
We're-
cooking test?
You should not want the IQ test because you're a Republican and your guys are going
Oh,
first.
you are? You're a Republican?
Yeah, yeah. He's
some days.
What
he's
the hell's
probably-
the
All
matter
the
with
days
you?
that end in Y.
And you're Italian and you're a Republican?
I'm guessing he's a Trump man.
No, he's not. That's why I consider him a reasonable Republican.
So he's either Rubio or Cruz then.
Well, no,
Not
let him
Cruz.
speak.
You can't like
What are
Cruz.
you?
Do you like Cruz?
What are you?
No, I'm not gay.
What are you?
What?
Do you like Ted Cruz?
No, he doesn't like
Do you like
to
to
cruise.
cruise?
Who's your man? He doesn't have
I
to
got
say who
it.
his man
doesn't.
is.
I got
That's
it because
another
they don't
thing.
understand gay stuff because they're total bigots. Go ahead.
No, I'm listen, and I actually owe it to the fine gentleman sitting to my right.
Don't call him fine.
No. I'm gonna tell you because this is my story. He made.
We
he
actually
made a-
love each
he
other.
made a
It's
great.
freakish.
One
He
at
made
a
a
time.
great
One at a
argument about gay marriage to me a few years ago, and ever since then I went. You're exactly right. It's one of the few things that I've agreed with him on. But
Wow.
ever since then, I
Is that why you guys call each other and see
Honey.
what you're
This is
wearing?
why
That's why
before
they
the
call each
show?
other honey.
That's why we coordinate outfits and
Yeah.
hairdos.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah,
wearing
did
the same
you put the
cod
bald
piece?
people on that side? Is that what you
Yeah.
Is that-
Ooh, one of our listeners said,
Yeah.
here's how we can
Hair people
decide.
on this side.
Let's see who can swallow more battery acid. Start with the Republicans.
Anally?
Anally.
That's great. Who said that?
See, I was like, look, since it's clearly being a president is,
Good one, Henry.
can we agree it's a man's job? So we could start with
Whoa.
cock shot.
Well, what I was going to say is,
Put your
let's
hands
see who has the
down.
biggest
Your
dick,
hands
and then
down.
clearly Hillary will win.
Mhm.
She does have a big dick.
She does.
Mhm.
Yeah, Bill was behind her the other day.
Ah.
Goes right through
Okay.
her.
I think just even a wrestling match,
Yeah.
you know,
Said Greco-Roman wrestling.
Or-
Yeah.
a duel, the old-fashioned.
Yeah,
So
way.
it's like
yeah.
violence.
I think it would
Everything
be
is
better.
violent.
I said
Well, you
that
want
IQ
to, you
just-
have to weed out the other people
But it's
so
not
they
about
don't come
brawn.
back.
It's about brains.
Brains.
Wait a minute. Whatever we do here, whatever we decide on,
Okay.
it just needs to end in Trump dying.
Wait, I got it. How about they play it like a serious chess match?
That would be good.
Republicans? We're talking about
Strategy.
Republicans
It's
right now.
strategy. You see what I'm saying?
Okay,
They
here's
should
the
play
thing. What if we
Stratego.
just give them each a Rubik's Cube?
Oh, that's hard. That shit's hard.
Mhm.
But you know
and
what?
that's the entire primary.
But hold up.
Like whoever finishes it first wins. So because no one's going to sit there and watch the debate as they do it.
No.
They're going to need time.
It's
Right.
going to be over in seconds because Trump's just going to peel the
That's
fucking
what I was just
stickers
gonna
off and start
say.
placing them. I
No,
took
he'll
your
get a
bid. I'm
Mexican
sorry.
to do it.
Yeah, he'll hire the Mexicans
I-
to do it for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. so-
yeah.
Someone says public IQ test. But I don't think you're going to find enough IQ between all of them. You know the joke I always do. It's like when you watch these people talk, not one of them would make it through Willy Wonka's chocolate factory
Right.
unscathed.
Right.
Wait, I got an idea. How about like a serious game of Monopoly?
Yes.
That shit takes
I
a
like
long
that.
time,
Yes.
right?
But Bon knows full well that means I would be president.
I'm getting Park Place.
Bon and I
Broadway.
used to have
I'm sorry,
feverish-
I just swallowed my tongue. I'm getting it out now because Drew has never won a game of Monopoly
Ah,
against me in
Lies!
his life.
Lies!
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
I beat him all the time.
I refuse
Yeah,
to
but then we
play
play
it.
Monopoly afterwards. Ho!
I refuse to play it because I'm not monogamous.
Monop-
When they come out with Palopoly, I'm in.
Monopoly is too long. It should just be a game of trouble with the popper.
Oh. I never played Trouble. I don't even know how to play Trouble.
I'm sure you have.
What about Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
Remember in high school when
Right?
you were playing trouble with all the boys?
No, because the
behind
one with the
lockers?
blue would always win. That's the one that always wins.
Really?
The blue one, yeah. So it has the hand
Okay,
is-
then we'll
Well,
change the game and
Battleship.
we'll make it Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Wait, what about
I'd
Battleship?
watch that.
Battleship would be good.
Battleship's good.
That's
Yeah.
good because they're going to be commander in chief.
Take my battles.
Marie's
Risk,
got it.
Yeah.
Risk.
Risk is good,
Risk
but
is good. I
Battleship,
love Risk.
Battleship
Risk
is
is
like, "You took
awesome.
my battleship.
Yeah,
and then they take you out and shoot you.
Yeah, Risk is. Battleship is trickier.
Stratego.
Okay, I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
All right,
Stratego.
come on.
Okay. All right. That's enough of that.
Wait, why are you so
Yeah.
angry? Because we're talking about
It's
Republicans.
starting to wear off.
All right.
Don't get too close.
We've done, I just came up with this because all right, this is going to have more to do with our next segment. I'll tell you there's a new crazy girl. Yeah.
You have a
You're
new
gonna
girl
love
in your
this.
life?
Yeah.
And she's crazy?
Oh, fuck yes.
But in a
Yeah.
good way or in a bad
No,
way?
we
in a
don't know yet. I'll tell you the story. It's kind
It'll
I'm
of
going to
end up
tease it.
in a
I'm going
bad
to tease
way.
it
Here's
just
the
by
thing.
saying she's a Republican.
I don't
so
know.
there-
Oh,
you
are
know,
you
it's a whole-
seriously?
It's a whole different kind
Is
of
she?
crazy.
Yeah, here's the thing. So
You're a Jew
we
and a
did this-
Republican? That's bad
no,
shit.
no. I'm doing it for the society's good, and I'll explain
Yeah,
why in a minute.
Tone her down.
But we did this. She's like, she had never heard of the game Marry, Fuck, Kill.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were talking, and she goes, well, I want to try. So, all right, give me one. And then she gave me one. She goes, I want to do it for you. And I was like, all right. And she gave me 3 choices. I'm like, oh, my God, this is so difficult. You're a horrible individual. And so I'm going to give it up to the panel.
Okay.
Here's your choices for Marry, Fuck, Kill.
Wait, we really should cue it up, right? We're talking about you in a new relationship. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
It's a sad, sad situation.
And temporary.
Yeah, always temporary.
Okay. Marry, Fuck, Kill. You have to pick one for each category. Your 3 choices are Caitlyn Jenner, RuPaul and Carly Fiorina.
You have one for each category.
Yeah, you
Wow.
have to kill one, marry
already
one,
there. I
and
already
fuck
got it.
one. All right, you go first then.
I'd marry Caitlyn Jenner. I'd fuck RuPaul, and I'd kill Carly Fiorina.
Those, I think, are my choices, too.
Sorry. That's just there's
Well, I
no
was
other
gonna
option.
say that, but now I'm going to change it up if
That's it.
Drew says that because I always
Yeah.
do the opposite of Drew.
Caitlyn has
Yeah.
money. RuPaul knows how to fuck, and Carly Fiorina just needs to fucking die.
Yeah.
That's it. Did I take your bit? Sorry.
Can we sell her parts?
Yes, we. I don't know. She's worthless.
Now,
The
Marie, what
warranty's
would you
already
do?
out on it.
I think I'd fuck the Carly chick just to teach her a lesson.
Ah,
Scissor bang the
see.
shit out of her just to shut her
Scissor
down.
bang.
Just give her the old high hard one from Marie.
I would marry her because then I wouldn't have to have anything to do with her sexually.
Ah! Genius.
I think I'd want to kill
Thank you,
Caitlyn
Bond.
Jenner. I can't take it
You
anymore.
see, I kind of want to kill
can't take it
Caitlyn Jenner.
anymore. It's like, go away. You have not suffered like
Yeah,
the other
that's why
transgenders.
I'm with you.
I want
Yeah,
to kill.
RuPaul has
Fuck-
done nothing
fuck
to
him.
deserve death.
And
So
he's
yes,
right.
kill
Although
him.
he's already been through hell because he's lived with the Kardashians. So
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So he's
yeah, we
he
should keep
deserves
him
to
alive.
die just for.
Yeah, living with the Kardashians.
But you're not
Caitlyn-
killing Bruce, because Caitlyn already killed Bruce.
I heard he
So
wants to still be called Bruce. I heard he's
Really?
going back. Mhm.
He's going back.
I heard that he
No,
wants
What,
to
that's
the show
go
get
back.
canceled, so he
That
needs
is
to go
not
back?
true.
I heard
That is bullshit, and you have to fuck off. That's not true.
Don't tell me
Take
to
it
fuck
back.
Oh,
off.
sorry.
it
I'm sorry.
back.
I meant whomever told you that can fuck off, and you. So what's next?
She's such a
So, okay. All right.
If
Next
he
segment.
tells me to go fuck myself one more time, I'm gonna go and punch him in
All
the
right.
face.
Hey, I'm not stopping you.
Just so you know.
I don't think you realize what makes me hard.
Well, that's fine. You could be hard in the corner with a fucking bloody lip.
Someone actually made a political statement on our site
Go.
when we were talking about like how to, instead of the debates, I said,
Yep.
put all the candidates in a round room, tell them there's a political action committee filled with millionaires in the corner, and whichever one walks out first wins.
Nice.
That's funny. Who's
That's
that?
Bernie.
Nice.
Well, he's
Bernie.
not even walking in.
That's Henry? Isn't his name Henry?
Henry the dog.
He's talking
Yeah,
about Bernie
Henry's got-
Sanders, though. That would be
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders would
Bernie
do that.
Sanders would do
Henry's
that.
got a couple of good ones.
Yeah. I know Henry the dog is my buddy Ron.
Is it funny?
Yeah. What's
All right.
happening, Ron? Hi.
Oh, Ron.
Ron in New Jersey.
Oh no.
Mhm.
Hey, Ron.
Okay, we'll go back to Sad But Drew after this. Oh, yeah, we'll do Sad But Drew after this. We did this segment 2 weeks ago, and it was so much fun.
So much fun.
It's completely out of control. We're going to do it again. It's called What Would You Do?
What would you do?
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
I know that song. Want me to sing it?
You
There
missed
you go.
it.
Aw.
You
Did
missed
you miss
it, Bon.
it?
There
Oh,
was
what
more.
would you
Do for a Klondike bar.
Let's do in the butt. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it in the butt.
I know that one.
Okay.
The way What Would You Do works is we go around, you get to pick any wish you want. It can be selfish, it can be altruistic, doesn't matter. Whatever it is you want. And if there's a listener, you can type in what you would want first. But once you say what you want, it's guaranteed you get your wish. But anyone else on the panel who can come up with something has to come up with what you have to do to have that happen. And the goal is to make it so heinous that you would not be willing to have the thing that is most important to you.
This was one of the ideas that they threw out of the Twilight Zone reading room, right? They were like, it's a little too much for the 50s audience.
Yes.
Is that it? Is that true?
Well, that's because 9 out of the 10 suggestions were get rid of the blacks.
Whoa. Really?
I hadn't
In the
thought of that one.
50s?
Oh, in the 50s, yeah.
Right.
I wasn't listening.
All right, so there's not a lot of black
It's
people in
okay.
Is the
Is the
Twilight Zone a new show?
Here's the thing,
paying
Marie.
attention.
You are seriously hot, so it's okay.
I kind of got a little high before I came today. so-
Nice.
That's cool.
I did. I had
Vince,
to.
you want to go first? You knew.
Sure.
All right, what's your cause?
I'm going to go with world peace.
Oh, okay.
You don't want world
I
peace.
do want world peace.
You know
All
what?
right, without
no,
black people.
No. Yeah, he probably means that too.
I'm just kidding.
No,
No,
okay,
he's
world
Italian.
I'm
peace.
going with
No more
world
war.
peace, no more war.
Anyone want to take a shot at what Vince has to
Yeah,
do
I'd
to
love to.
accomplish
It's
war?
the Partridge Family
I'd love
all
to.
day. Every
All
day
right.
it's...
I'd love to.
Huh.
He has to come to the realization there's no fucking God. That is the cost for you
As
for
I
world
stare
peace.
right into your holy Bible.
Right? With a hole drilled right in
Right
it where
into
my
Jesus'
penis has come
mouth.
through.
All right.
That's
That's
what
a
you have
big
to do.
hole.
Don't do
You
it.
have to. So what does he have to do? He
You
has
do
to
it.
renounce God.
That's not renounce. He comes to the listen to my words, my friends. They're very important. He has to come to the realization there is no God.
I'm good with that.
Are you? I love you so much. You are the coolest guy I know.
I am good with that. Seriously, I asked for world peace.
I
and
love this guy.
I'm gonna back.
Now let's be clear to the listener. This man is a Catholic and he believes in God. I'm an atheist. He's been on my show, Ardent Atheist. We butt heads philosophically. I've always liked him,
Which is painful because
personally.
there's no cushion of hair.
No cushion. We're clanking. We're just clanking. And I do love him personally. I think you're a fantastic human being, and
He
you've
is.
just proven that I'm right about you. You're lovely. That is a fucking great response.
I'm good with that.
Oh,
Yay, we
so
solved
glad
the
he
problem.
likes somebody.
Yeah, it's just not you.
Whatever. Snore fest.
What a
Fucking
generous
snore.
human being he is.
All right,
Yeah.
okay, Bon, you're new. What's your
Well,
cause?
Well, mine would be a typical. I mean, I probably look like the least one of these, but I am a father with children. So I would probably want my children to grow up happy, successful, have nice lives.
Oh, I love
That's
that.
it?
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful. That's not it.
I like
mean,
the underlying theme that they probably aren't gonna. I mean, that's the underlying.
Yeah.
That's the subtext of his dream.
How are you
my
not
one
a-
son is the one that stuck the pistol down in
Yes.
Vince's
All
pants.
right, so you're from Wisconsin, so you're clearly a Packers fan.
Yes.
So therefore, in order to let your children be successful, they would actually have to be gangbanged by the Packers.
There you go.
Oh my God.
There you go. That's the cost.
That's
Wait.
the cost.
Wait,
That's
but
what
it's
it
the
costs.
Packers.
And
He
I get
likes
to
the
be there and get
Packers.
autographs and stuff.
Way to make lemonade out of lemons.
Because that's, you can sell those on eBay.
You get your jersey signed.
Yeah,
It's only one time.
He made lemonade out of piss.
Yeah, so, one day of little discomfort, get a few, sure, let's
He's
go
in.
for it.
Is
All
this
right.
that is the way the game works, right?
Yes, that was
Okay.
very
Yes.
good.
So you
Yes.
would. So just to be clear, you would do that.
One day, and then the rest of their lives are peachy keen, sure, let's do it.
Nice.
And I am sure they're forgiving you.
And they're not listening to the show, I'm sure, so I can say that.
How old are they?
11 and 16.
Okay.
All right.
That's
all
gonna
right.
hurt.
So he he took the deal. Amazing. Wow. We have a phenomenal panel today.
Maybe
So
I can get one of
far,
those discount double checks. Yeah.
Yeah,
And so are your children.
they're getting double checked. All right,
Yeah.
triple checked.
They're
All
getting
right,
double
Emery, you want to go?
penetrated.
Am I up?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is a little more selfish, not as worldwide as Vince's. I would like Drew to be happy in love.
Ooh.
That's it.
You know
That's
what?
Can the Packers
There's
fuck
not
Drew?
enough when he gives his because then he gives it up because it's not enough for him to want you to be in love. You know what I mean? Like
Well, we don't know yet. You haven't given him what he
I
has
doubt
to do.
I doubt it very much.
Someone take a swing at me. Let's see if I'm going to fight for his love. Let's see.
for
if-
my
see if
fight
I
for
can
my
get
Would you
happiness.
let Donald Trump
There we go. Period. In the room.
bang
about
your
to make a big
face with his hairy balls
Go on.
over and over again? You have to teabag him for like a month straight.
A month straight?
Yes, it just keeps jamming down your
Just
Am I,
stupid
for
am I
throat.
eating,
And
peeing,
after
and
that
shitting
month,
during
you
this
have
month?
to
Down your
vote for
fucking
him.
stupid
One at a time.
throat.
One at a time.
Yes.
Teabag like
You-
nonstop.
4 years of Donald Trump.
Intravenous. You don't even eat. You just lay in a bed with intravenous, and you just get teabagged day and night, and you have a breathing mechanism on your nose.
You've become Monica Lewinsky.
All right. All right,
Actually, I
so-
think-
You want him
so
to have
I
love that bad.
All right,
All right?
I see what you're doing.
See my point?
No, I see your
You're
point.
never gonna want him to have love that
the
bad.
answer
The
is
answer
yes.
is, Drew, you're going to be lonely.
Really?
Yeah, I have a really good reason for
That's
yes.
my friend. I'm curious.
That gives me the opportunity to, in the company of Trump,
Mm-hmm.
just shit everywhere. I have no
you
choice.
Can't. You can't poop.
You already laid out
No,
the rules.
I'm making a new-
Someone with
an amendment.
intravenous feeding
I
is
think we have
shitting, and it's
we
not
have an
only just
addendum.
shit.
One at a time.
It is a
one at time.
fluid, a flow of absolute, abject, pure liquid
No.
shit that I'm filling his bedroom
Wow,
with.
we really
so
let
yeah,
this
yeah,
show get
I
disgusting
would
again.
take
What
his
time?
balls to the mouth
No.
for a month because I know you're wrong. I know that I would get to shit in his bed,
No,
and
you
that
can't-
would be so pleasing
You're gonna
to me.
You're gonna have like some bypass on
You
your
didn't
butt.
say it. You didn't say
I'm
it.
You
amending
didn't.
it.
You
There
I'm
was a
amending.
period.
I can't amend.
You put a period.
Do you really not want me to be happy, Marie?
Yeah, who's the asshole?
No.
Drew's like, shut up!
It's not that I don't want you to be be happy. I
Well
just
done.
don't want him to be happy.
No, I
I
think
want all the best for you.
when we lay these equations out, we can't have the person that's supposed to do it put other, conditions on it.
Caveats till I walk
Yeah.
away.
You're
Yeah.
a fucking traitor,
Yeah.
Charles.
No, he's not allowed to
Fucking
shit.
traitor to
He's
the
not
people.
allowed. He's not allowed to
Calm,
shit in Donald Trump's presence. He just has to take it in the mouth.
Yeah.
It would be awesome.
That would be awesome, people. It's going to be terrific.
It would be terrific.
Yeah.
All right.
And I would be winning.
Yeah, you win. You win this.
So Marie, what
One
so,
month of
so you see,
suffering.
my love, my
not gonna
my
do it
potential
for you.
happiness is not officially over.
And I would like to point
There's
out,
hope.
I'm agreeing to these terms. I'm agreeing to the terms. And I'd like to point out that we all now have to just for a moment, because I already have, and now you need to too, and I'm talking to you, the listener. You got to picture that fucking comb over he's got on his balls.
It's
All
true,
right?
Emery's going the extra. Now,
There
my
you go.
best friend in the world, Ron, who's known me since I was 15.
It's a big character flaw.
Ron, be honest, you wouldn't do half of any of this for my happiness, would you? And he hasn't written yet. but
He'll write. It'll show up.
He won't.
Thanks,
'Cause
Ron.
you know why? Because he enjoys my misery. Because he's married.
You know, that's funny. A buddy of
Yeah,
mine,
a
whom I'm
lot
not going to
of-
name, he goes, his misery is where his joy is. Has anyone known someone like this? I can't be happy unless I'm miserable, is a buddy of mine. And I find that so sad.
Is he Jewish?
He is not Jewish. He's
That's interesting.
Catholic.
Oh.
Well, a lot of people
Well, we got a
feel
little
better
bit.
about themselves
That's
by
about
seeing other
psychology, though,
people's
not religion.
misery. They like to feel like they have more or they're better off.
Or the
you know?
people that have to have drama. I think you're talking. God, I hate drama.
Me too.
I want boring.
Well,
want
You don't
drama.
want boring, but you just don't
Yeah,
want.
well, I
like,
don't want
stupid,
made up drama
yeah,
that isn't there. yeah.
trivial stuff.
Says the guy wearing the
Yes.
comic book T-shirt.
It's not. It's the Vision, okay, and
Uh-huh.
not like the new Vision. It's
Yeah.
the cool
Yeah, the
Vision
Android
from
Avenger
the
from-
original
yeah, the
stuff.
60s
Marie,
Avenger.
what would you
I
wish
like
for?
it.
Yeah, what would you like?
Okay, I'm gonna get
Besides some more
bashed for
basil.
this. Yeah, lots of basil. I grow it too. I want all the kids in foster care and orphans to have a mom and a dad.
Aw.
Oh, that is so.
What about a mom and a
sweet.
mom or a dad and a dad?
Yeah, whatever. I don't
Okay.
care. Just
All
as long
right.
as they
So the
have a
cost
family.
to you in order to achieve
so
that
scared.
goal.
He's been waiting.
These are for the kids.
No,
For the kids.
Good
Emery.
luck, Marie.
2 months, my balls in your mouth. You cannot shit. See how I did that before I waited for you to answer?
Oh my God.
You
those
can piss
kids.
though, because that makes me harder.
That-
All right,
those
that's it.
kids.
That's it.
Those kids are going to
My
have to
balls, your
find
mouth,
another
no
way to
shitting.
live. Yeah, sorry, kids.
Sorry, kids.
Too steep.
Sorry, kids. You can sadly watch Drew live a happy life.
Maybe Drew will adopt you. I don't know. He's so happy.
I'll give him a refrigerator box or something.
That's so funny.
They're human.
You and I
They're
are
human
just
beings.
mortal
Drew doesn't
enemies.
want.
I'm
them.
not going to have him come live with me and ruin my relationship.
Yeah, right? No, you've been granted
Drew's
happiness
finally
forever.
happy. He doesn't want any kids.
I know.
All right,
Yeah.
Bond did yours.
I did
We all
mine.
did ours. What, do you have one, Drew?
Drew
Are you
didn't
doing one
do.
today?
All right, I'll do one.
Okay.
What do I want?
You don't need a relationship. You already got one now.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Because I truly believe that, our political system is broken and I would like to help the country. So, and I don't believe that a president can do enough because he's got too many
Right.
different moving parts that have to come together. So I would have to be allowed to be king for a while. Like
Emperor.
Wow.
king of the country.
You think you can
where
fix it all?
I could fix it all, but I have to have absolute autonomy and power for 4 years.
There's going to be a lot of
And
dogs
I will
running
leave
around and a
after
lot
that.
of dead people.
Well, I now understand why he's
Yes, that
so
is
unlucky in
absolutely
love.
true.
It's interesting that he wants to be king.
Yeah.
To help
Says
other
a lot
people.
Not
about
president.
him.
Yeah.
To help other
Mhm.
people.
I know, but kings have never helped other people.
That's not true.
Mm.
Don King?
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean,
Kong?
Only in America.
King Kong?
King Kong.
you want to
He
be King
destroyed a whole
Kong?
city accidentally trying to find some woman
I
who could
waxed.
cup in his own hands.
What can we give him to be king?
Well, would he be willing to be king if he had to do it without social service people to protect him? So he'd just be on his own in front of the masses.
So that's
being
Yeah.
king.
That's the cost. That's nice. That's nice. So you're completely unprotected. You're going to
Your
become king.
decisions.
All right, Bon is a genius.
And you have to live in South Central.
No.
Unlike Vince, black people like me.
Black people love me.
Marie, can he shit during this time?
Yes. he
Okay.
can poop.
All right, so
Yeah.
I
And-
love that. I
And
love
he
that.
has to poop on one of their lawns and see what happens to him without protection.
So yeah, that's good, Bon. That's
You're-
really good.
Yeah.
No protection. He's called you to task here. You can't you're
Because
not-
I've seen Drew get attacked by a large fat woman in New Mexico after doing a comedy
But
show.
why did she attack me, Bon?
Because you were trying to do good for me.
Yes. Because I stood up for you.
She had him in a headlock
She did.
and was swinging him around and his legs were in the air.
Did you get a look at the woman that tried to run you off the road?
No, no,
Uh-huh.
no.
Same
This
lady.
is an absolutely true story. Bon and I were doing stand up together, and this woman, from the moment Bon hit the stage, this large woman was just heckling him, just nonstop. And Bon and I are different on stage. He's a very nice guy. Me, not so much. She heckles him for a half hour, ruined his set. He's like, "Why are you doing this to me? I'm the nice one. Do
He
it
was
to
only
Drew."
on
I even
stage.
I said, wait till Drew comes up. You'll have plenty to be angry about.
Yes. So I
Heckling
walked up.
isn't about the sex, it's about the power.
Yeah, well, I walked up and I just stared at her.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What?" I was like, "Aren't you going to say anything to me?"
Stopping
She
it.
goes,
Nice.
"No." Why? I said, "Well, you didn't give Bon a chance."
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Well, I didn't think he was funny. You might be funny." I was like, "You didn't give him a chance. You gave him as much chance as you'd give a sandwich at a buffet."
True story. Drew did say that. Yes.
Yes. And for the next hour, every joke I did, I would turn around and make it back against her and just abuse this woman for a good 60 minutes.
Wow.
That was my act.
And it ended up with her headlocking you.
Phone with a
Girlfriend.
girlfriend.
And all
and
of a
this
sudden,
woman comes out and yells, "There's the one I want to kill."
yes, and wrenches my head into a headlock where I am
And
pinned
swung
to
him
her
around.
waist and swung me around. I tried to grab her, but my arms didn't reach all the way around her.
I
look
did
at
what I
Bon,
usually do. I stood there and watched.
Yeah, and he goes, "I'll get the bouncer."
He's the one. He's the one.
How is it you're still single?
Girls just want to kick your
Well,
ass,
because
don't they?
apparently someone's not sucking Trump's balls. I just-
She really tried to hurt you?
Mm,
A little bit. Like it wasn't like
in
a
a
fun.
fun way.
Yeah.
She was
Oh, was it
joking.
fun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drew,
Like we
are
beat
you
Rodney King in a fun way.
Drew, are you going to risk your life and limb in order to
I will
become
tell you
king and
this.
save the world with
yes,
your brain?
I will.
What?
Yes, I will, because
You're a
I
dead
believe
man.
in the greater good, and I think that people will respond positively to the things I do.
I never thought. I didn't
Not
take
the
you for a
stupid people, because I'm
Pollyanna
killing them. but-
No one can unite everybody. It's just not
oh no,
possible.
I can. I'm
You-
I'm a
you think
beloved
you can.
individual. Yes.
You have a
He's
god
confident.
complex.
You're confident.
I'm
All
confident.
right. All right.
People love me.
Yeah.
You guys like me, and I'm not even that nice to you.
Yeah, you
I
save the world
do.
while
I
I'm
like
sucking
you.
down the
You
balls
too.
of Trump.
I'm the only one that didn't do, I think.
Well, it was an extreme situation.
Yeah, it was really too much.
Yeah, it was touching Emery. You're
Well, see,
right.
nothing bad happened to me either. It was my
Okay.
kids.
Yeah,
so,
right,
yeah.
yeah.
God, I want to have a nice, happy life. So,
Yes.
You got a slew of
All right,
autographs.
As long as we were talking about Sad But Drew, and we're talking
Oh,
about
yes.
me having a potential partner,
Yes. Is she listening today?
she can always listen later. Here's the thing: she works for the NSA. She's one of those people that like.
Can you even
collects-
say that?
I just did. She collects the data.
No.
She's one of the people when they collect the data, she has to sift through it, and if they think you should be investigated, she suggests like, "Oh yeah, go look up."
Now,
this
are
person."
you sure this is true?
I'm pretty sure everybody who works
I
for the
don't know-
NSA is Republican.
Durka
That's
Durka.
Yeah, probably. But the thing is, she already knew like a bunch of shit about me. Like when we started talking.
Really?
Yeah,
Did
that
she
would.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why we don't need. That's why we shouldn't have this. That's not acceptable. She's got an advantage because she works there. That's bullshit. Unless she just Googled you.
She might have
Okay,
Googled
I know
me.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
right.
get like yelled at by you
Here's
because
the
you
thing,
know
but she didn't know what I used to do for a living, which
but
is awesome.
I
She
just
didn't
want to
look
know,
that
like,
far.
how do you expect security to happen in the country if they don't listen a little bit or try and figure out what the conversations are going on?
While I comedically hate you all the time, you're right. It's hard to know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to yell at you at all. I'm really not. And not because you said that. You are right. It's easy for us lefty libertarian assholes to say not to do that. You're
Well,
right. You're
I'm
right.
A
You're right.
Democrat.
I don't
I'm
have the
left.
answers.
I'm left. I mean, I'm totally.
If you don't
for
have
it.
anything to be afraid of, listen away.
Oh, that's a really horrible statement. That's just a horrible
Here's
statement.
the thing. I don't want them knowing my browsing history. They don't need
Yeah,
to know.
I know.
Like I
You
do
just
some
said
horrible things.
you
but if
just
you're
said
going-
what the
I know.
Nazis
Vince,
did.
they had just calmed
No.
down. Thanks.
Well, I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand. We have an internet where people are allowed to watch bomb making videos, and anyway, so yeah, let's be funny.
That's
Let's
right.
not be.
You know what someone just said about me?
What?
They said, "I'm the human buffet of compassion. If
Aw.
compassion had crab legs."
I thought it was going to end with if compassion had crabs.
We can only dream.
Wow.
That's
All right.
your friend that said that to you.
Yeah, no,
But you're right to call me on that, Marie. You are absolutely right.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
I bow to that. You're right. It's hard.
She's
It's
not-
a hard line to
She
walk.
is not
It is.
just a. She's like a hardcore Trump supporter and like makes all kinds of racist comments.
Can anybody be involved with a Trump supporter? I mean, besides the desperate Drew,
My
anybody
father-
here?
My
I'm not
father's a
doing
Trump
it.
supporter.
I'm
So
not
you
doing
couldn't
it out of
fuck him, all right?
desperation.
Oh.
I'm
Not
not doing it out
anymore.
of desperation. I'm doing it for socially conscious reasons.
You think you're
You
going to
wanna get
change your
laid.
mind? Well, you think you're the king that can change minds.
I do.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
But that's
You're-
not the only thing.
You're not going to change.
That's
my
not the
mind.
only reason.
What else?
okay,
What else?
okay.
A certain perverse pleasure comes to me.
We're gonna fuck her in the ass, come on her back, and write Trump on her back. Trump sucks.
Is this
Nice.
all about that? Really?
No, she's actually kind of funny.
Okay.
But you know
So
what?
you
She,
kind of like her.
He's
You
still gonna
kinda
fuck her in
like
the ass
her.
and
what's
Okay.
funny
Trump
is Drew is
sucks.
here telling us how he's going to change her. Well, right now she's sitting in her wherever she sits going, and I'm going to
Cryogenic
change
chamber.
Drew.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No, she's already putting
Well,
us
she's-
on a report from this.
She's tapping into the camera on your
Yeah.
computer,
Yeah,
going,
seriously.
I'll learn everything I need to know about this guy. I
Oh,
will
when you
force
break
him
up
to
with her,
do
are
my
you
bidding.
in for a world of shit, Drew?
Here's the thing.
Seriously.
There's going to be a satellite right above your house.
But this,
You really can't do anything bad to this girl.
no,
You
No.
realize
I'm
that?
gonna have to
That's
have
right.
a sunroof put into my car so I can see the drone coming.
Exactly.
Drew,
What are you
we know
doing?
why your dog is limping.
Where
better
did
not do
you meet
anything
this
like that.
woman?
Online, Tinder.
Why would you go out with her? This is true. Like, what the
Because-
hell are you going to do to get away from this
First of all,
one?
anytime a woman claims she gives the best head ever, you have to date
Is that what she said online?
on the phone. But we talked for like 4 hours. Here's the thing.
These
So,
girls are
so
so
he's found another person
disgraceful.
who speaks in the
And
superlative.
this is the guy that knows what's best for the world.
There may be some light at the end of the tunnel. We might get some more blowjobs.
Well, she doesn't have anything in common with me, but she's hot.
I'm not going to
Exactly.
say anotody thing about her
No.
because I don't want anybody
No,
falling
yeah,
for me.
right.
Yeah, I'm
But
afraid of this woman.
here's the thing. This is why we're going to do this segment now.
Uh.
I call this one to freak or not to freak, because how much crazy is actually good, and at what point does it cross the line? Because I'm a firm believer that you have to have some amount of crazy in the person you're with, because the sex is always better. The crazier the person, the better the sex, because good sex comes from lack of inhibition. No one has less inhibition than a crazy person.
Right.
But at what point do you go, we've crossed the line from this is great to uh-oh?
Right. You've brought me down.
Yeah, I'm totally
I
fucking
just don't wanna
See,
depressed.
kill
she's
myself.
crazy, but at this point, it's still highly entertaining.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's probably when crazy doesn't there's crazy that doesn't really affect anything, but when crazy starts to affect your life and other people's lives, then that can be, like if animals start to disappear, things like that,
Or your credit's all messed up and
yeah,
your FICO
That's-
scores
you're
too.
locked out of your own house,
Yeah.
things like that. But if
And
you know,
somebody like Rick James would probably never think crazy is enough. Just keep pushing the envelope. Where the white women at?
Someone wrote, even Eva Brown swallowed.
Ah. Wow. Only on one nut load.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot.
That was your
Yeah.
friend again.
They're all my friends.
But that's your guy.
She's
Wow.
already planted a
His
tracking
his
device in
bestie.
his ass.
And
Yeah,
why-
it'd
and
be.
why is
That's a
it-
great hiding place with all the other stuff that's up there.
And why is it moving back and forth?
It's not going to work well with all that battery acid.
How many days date did you go on with this girl?
Oh
One.
no.
Not even a date.
I was supposed to kind of go over there last night, but I was doing something else.
So you never actually seen her in the flesh, other than
We're
pictures and
tomorrow.
talk?
Tomorrow.
Oh, no Skyping?
I can't wait till next week's show.
I've seen her.
I can't wait.
I'm going to be out of town. We're not doing shows for 2
so
weeks.
in 2 weeks. All right. So
Can
eventually.
I come and watch? I'm usually there when someone tries to kill you.
That's true.
Post headlock.
I didn't realize Bonnie's that funny.
Yeah, he's bad
With a
luck
straight
for you.
face.
One of
You
the
should
funniest
not
guys
be
I've ever
around
met.
him.
It's hilarious.
Damn
that
it.
was
He
I won't help you. I'll just sit there and watch. But
He'll take notes again.
Who knows that joke is going to come out of a guy wearing a Nintendo controller hat?
I find you very funny.
Fucking
Yeah.
hilarious.
very
Bon,
funny
you're a
guy.
funny man, my friend.
Someone else wrote.
if
yeah.
you're really nice to me, I'll do my cowardly lion impersonation.
Oh,
Oh,
it's,
nice.
it's awesome.
I want to hear
It really is. Go
I wanna
ahead.
hear it.
You want me to do it now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All I have to do, I'm kind of like Clark Kent.
He
Just
really
take
does.
off my
Watch this.
glasses,
Got to take out the long
and
hair.
I am the cowardly lion from
Oh
the
my
Wizard
God.
of Oz. Yeah, put 'em up,
Wow.
put 'em up.
Isn't that amazing?
Some people look like, Bon Jovi. I look like Bert Lahr.
You
Yeah,
do look like Bert Lahr. I
That's
love
the
Bert
best impression
Lahr.
I've ever heard.
It's
It's
awesome.
amazing, that
Or
guy.
just the
like
look.
him.
Yeah.
Put him up. Put him
I
up.
was actually doing a show up in
Uppity the
Seattle.
fool.
Do you guys know Brad Upton?
Mhm.
I know him. I know
Yeah.
of him, yeah.
And I was doing a show. I was opening for him when I first started doing comedy, and some woman was laughing hysterically when I'm not even doing anything. It'd been different if I was actually telling jokes. She's laughing and laughing. I'm like, "What is your problem?" And she goes, "You look just like the lion from the Wizard of
That's
Oz."
so great.
And I get a lot. The place like just blows up, and Brad Upton like, "You've got to do something with that."
Well, I'd like to point out that you just did a completely visual gag on radio.
Exactly. Well, it was for you.
Oh,
And it
thank
was
you.
still funny.
Thank you so much. It was funny. I
All
used to
right.
do a similar thing. I used to take someone's glasses before I wore glasses
Here-
on the front row, and I would let my hair down as you just did, and I did my impression of Ben Franklin. That was
Oh,
like Ben
I
Franklin
see it. Yes.
impression. All right.
Okay,
So-
this is actually funny, and Marie can attest to this. She just texted me, and she's like, "How is your show?" I was
Your
like,
girl,
"Well,
your current girl that you're
yeah,
talking
doing it now, actually talking about you."
about. Oh God.
But what'd she write back?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way to
Yeah.
kill the relationship.
Exclamation
gonna
point,
end eventually
exclamation point,
anyway.
Exclamation point.
Can I respond for you?
Yes.
Does anybody feel that humming
Yes.
sound?
Wait a minute. This proves she doesn't work for the NSA.
Yeah,
she should
she would
know,
know
it
about
already.
it.
All right.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah.
It's so funny. So now Marie DelPrete is responding on behalf of Drew Marks. Yeah, this relationship isn't already on the fucking rocks.
Do we want to mention her name?
No, no,
No,
we're not.
no, I don't want to die.
Oh.
Mentioning
I don't even
her
want to
name.
know her name.
No.
No,
All
I was
right.
just diffusing it.
You want,
So what's
really
next,
hot.
Drew? Where are we going?
I'm going to show you. She's
Yeah, I
really
wanna
hot.
see a
Okay,
picture later.
next it's time for listener questions.
Listener
Help.
questions. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen.
I need somebody help, not just anybody help. You know I need someone help.
Okay, we got a lot of questions. It's time for a couple. This one is, let's see, because someone actually sent this in. So I know this isn't an advice question, but who do you think are better in bed, Democrats or Republicans?
Oh, that's a great question.
Democrat.
I'm going to say Democrats because they're used to fucking people over.
Nicely
Oh.
done. You
Wouldn't that be
piece
the
of
Republicans, though?
No,
Yeah,
yeah, look at the.
seriously.
Oh, come on. Give me a fucking break.
Ooh.
How are the Democrats
Yeah.
screwing people over?
Really?
We actually care about
Ask the black
people.
population in this country how the Democrats are doing in Detroit and Washington, D.C. that's been democratically
sorry.
Yeah, the
I thought the
Republican in Flint,
Thank
Michigan.
you. He was a Republican. and he
Poisoning.
He's
Lead
well, he's just
poisoning.
trying to get rid of them, but he's
Oh
not
my
trying to fuck them
God.
over.
Oh, man. Way to show your
Hey,
colors,
hey,
Peacock.
Can
Hey,
you,
colors.
Can you let your girlfriend know that she needs to watch somebody?
Ah.
She knows.
Sick her on somebody
I
for us?
reject the question because,
You reject?
yes, because I think the libertarians are probably better in bed than all of them.
Really?
Yeah, you're goddamn right. They fucking freedom. Get out of my bedroom. You know why the
That could be
libertarians want people out of their bedroom? The shit they're doing in there. So no, I'm gonna add libertarians to the list and reject his question.
I don't know. I'm thinking those uptight Republicans might be ready to let loose with somebody besides an intern at the White House.
Well, you can certainly have Chris Christie lay on top of you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen.
The only
lot of
problem
lovin'.
is
If
the
you're-
Republicans, you know, you're not using condoms
Yeah,
generally.
that's
Yeah.
true, right. If you're an underage boy
Oh,
page,
yeah.
you're
Oh,
definitely
no.
getting fucked by the
Oh
Republicans
yeah,
properly.
no. Look, if you're going to get molested by a priest, you definitely want him to be a Republican.
Yeah, well, he's going to be. Sorry.
It looks
Sorry, that's a
said-
low blow.
Said straight to Vince.
Yeah, right. You
Why
felt
was
it.
everybody
You felt
looking
it.
at you
I
when he
wasn't
said
even looking,
that?
and
Everybody stopped
I'm a
and
Catholic
looked.
too,
One-
but you
one-
you come out as a Republican Catholic, and
Yeah,
that's
that's
like
much worse.
Fucking worse.
Yeah, I'm,
Yeah.
man.
I'm a double threat.
Okay.
No.
Well, here's our
Double
next
threat.
question. This one, I'm going to let Marie start with this one.
All right.
Carrie Ann wrote, "What makes for a good kisser, and how do you tell someone if there's a problem?" That's an interesting question because I'll even expand on this because I've wondered this sometimes. Like, how honest can you be in bed? Like, if someone is doing something you don't like, how do you either tell them or try and fix it?
Well, the first way to do
I'm
that.
sorry,
I
should
like
it
how you
Oh,
Marie?
sorry. I didn't realize I
It
was-
has been in a couple of.
You have no
Yeah,
respect
right,
for her
right.
whatsoever.
None.
Go
All
ahead.
right, go ahead.
Well, okay. So, what makes a person a good kisser? That was the
Yeah.
first question.
Yeah.
Okay, I think because I don't want to brag, but
I'm with you. I'm really
Right?
good
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
freaking great.
that's what I did a lot of when I was younger. It wasn't like all slutty, but I loved
I
kissing.
mean, I didn't have partners, but I did a lot of it. Go ahead.
But I think when you do it slow, when the person's slow, when they're not sloppy
Mhm.
and wet, that's disgusting. I broke up with some guy. It was
sloppy.
disgusting. And I told him, I said, you need to
Yeah, when it feels like alien
Suck
with a
it
mouth
back.
inside the
Yes.
mouth comes out and
or when they bite and
Yeah.
they like you just need to let your
Nibbling,
lips.
though, right?
But do you
No,
do
no
you like a little
nibble.
tongue?
Yeah, of course you have to use that, but
as
it
long
has
as
to
they're not
be
slobbering
soft.
while they do it.
Right,
Okay.
and like if you go around your lips with your tongue and you make it just all
Yeah,
sensual.
it shouldn't be like a dental exam.
Yeah, it should be sensual and soft and like slow building and
Wow, this is like a Harlequin romance
I've got
thing here.
two issues which I hate, which you have to say. There's some people that kiss with too wide a mouth.
That's the
Yes.
one.
It's
Yeah,
so
That's
annoying.
what I mean.
and
It's just-
some that kiss
It's
with
too tight.
Yes,
Too tight.
their
Too
lips are too
tight.
thin.
Yeah,
small
they gotta
amount.
loosen
No,
up
but
their
they just don't open.
jaw.
Well,
and
those
then,
you got to just back up and punch them so the lips get bigger.
and then there's ones that the
It's like
only
instant
trick
Botox.
yeah, the only trick they've learned, they can't even go in either direction. They just
Go
put their tongue
round
around
and
in
round
once.
and
It's like,
round and round.
come on.
Who are you kissing?
Can you at least
Yeah.
See, that's
Marie.
priests. That's the problem right there.
Yes.
That's what I'm assuming you're
when you
basing
get
it on.
ordained.
I'm not
that-
protecting you. See, you should have stuck by me earlier. Now you're dead meat.
dead
I
to
don't
me.
care.
You're
Yeah,
dead to me.
fucking dead to me. That's how we are. That's how we roll.
I hear you.
But I would just say it, just right out say it, because if the kissing's bad, everything else is gonna follow.
I agree.
Mhm.
Now, it's like
I
It's
think
funny.
the way you tell your partner he's a bad kisser is that you just put it in his FBI file.
and it comes and the chickens come home to roost.
wow. I like to think of myself as a professional.
Yeah.
But no, here
My
When-
latest girlfriend I've been dating for a few months says I'm an amazing kisser. She said that to me.
Wait, Heather's here. Let's
and I-
ask her.
Yeah, we could ask.
Heather, is Emery a good kisser? She went up in her.
Yeah.
She went up.
Yeah.
She went. Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Does
She
that mean
went up,
something?
right?
Yes. When
Yes.
women go up in the register, it means
If
they're
she
lying
meant
a
it,
little
it would have
bit.
been more in the
Ooh,
ball section. She would have been like, yeah.
For
Yeah.
the integrity of the show, would you be willing to kiss all of us and see which one of us is the best kisser?
Sure, I'll do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner.
Thanks for taking a pause, Marie. Marie's a pro. I don't know if she knew it was coming.
Well,
but
she was
goddamn it.
she was hesitant. You were not, sir.
No. I was going for the punchline.
You grabbed life by the balls. You did, sir. Yes.
I think he's right. He should be doing that. Yeah.
No, to the Vince's thing, I was with a girl and she did that. The mouth was so open. And like, I didn't want to say, it's like, hey, stop that. So I would just like do that thing, when you're kissing him, I would kind of hold her and just like,
Yes.
kind of push the jaw up.
Adjust.
Is a guy asking or a girl? I hate to make this about gender
They
specific
never
things.
have-
Carrie
ever say-
Ann.
oh, it's a
Carrie
girl?
Ann, it's a girl.
It's a girl.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's tough. I mean, it depends on if you're submissive or not
dominant.
or dominant in the relationship, and I don't say that in any negative way. That is a natural process that
Yeah, I'm
emerges
naturally
in
dominant in
relationships.
the
Okay, cool.
relationship.
So I'm guessing the person who's asking, because they're asking, is submissive
Mm-hmm.
in the relationship. So I guess the advice I would give would be that you should secretly videotape the kiss, then post it online for everyone to see on Facebook and say, "Look how shitty my boyfriend kisses."
That's a good.
That's my
a
advice.
Good answer.
Since you're
I think you should just
submissive.
break up with him. You
Yeah.
can't. You can't reform.
Yeah. You can't fix that kind
No,
of
you
thing.
can't
It's a
fix it.
natural talent.
Yeah.
Either they're never going to get better.
Never
I
You
gonna
agree.
get
can't
It's a
learn to
natural
kiss
talent.
well.
You can't.
I'll give you an example.
You can't.
There was a
You have
bad
it or you don't.
kisser. I went out with him when I was 15, and then years later, I
You
kissed
came
him
back
again.
around on that
Yeah, because he was
merry-go-round?
such a good person,
Wow.
and I was just like, oh, he's so cute, and he's such a good person. I wish he just could kiss better.
How many years later?
Like maybe like 5 years later, I think
Okay,
it was.
all right, cool.
Still bad.
You guys want
Right,
to hear
right,
a funny
That's
story kind of about kissing with my son? Not
Oh.
me and my son. I knew that. Before, as it came out, I already saw his face turning. And I knew I had to clarify. My son had to do a project for school where he did a scene from Perks of Being a Wallflower. And he picked a scene where he gets his first kiss, the main guy in it. So my wife is a talent manager. She got this, like, 20-year-old hot starlet to do the scene with him as a favor to her.
Wow.
And we're videotaped. So I got to videotape his first kiss. And when they first did it, we had to do another take. My wife tells the starlet, "Oh, you don't need to really kiss him. You can just pretend and we'll fade out." And my son, "No, Mom, I think we really need to kiss. It should be in the show."
So great. That's a great story.
That is a great story. Now, do we need to wrap it up, or you want to do a couple extra minutes?
No,
of
no,
questions?
you don't need to wrap up. I'm letting you know where you are.
I
You
know.
never have to wrap up on my behalf.
We have a couple questions I'd like to get to. This is a good one. This is from Dan. Dan said, "I got married 2 months ago. I'm already regretting it. She's demanding and clingy. How can I make things better?"
Okay. The way you make things better is you tell her that you know that she's been flirting online with Drew Marks. Can I do
That-
a callback today or what?
That applies to a great number
That's
of marriages.
exactly right. Yeah.
Demanding and clingy. I can't relate because I'm just not that person.
It's so weird
No, I
because
don't see
this
you as
show is
clingy.
called Bad Advice.
I know.
So, I'm not kidding. Talk about some meta shit here. My first advice to give this person is actually really good
I
advice,
know, it was
but
good.
sounds like bad advice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but it was
So
good.
my first advice is get the fuck out of that marriage ASAP. Now that sounds like bad advice, but it's not.
No, that's
the
good
only
advice.
I can give. It's good advice. So, in keeping with the show, I'm going to give bad advice.
Okay.
Here's what you do. Tough it out, bitch. There you go. That's the worst advice I can give.
Yeah, because
Well,
no matter
that's
he
what I was
does.
just going to say. Just get used to it. That's your life now. You're in hell.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and help Dan.
You
Yeah.
made your cake. Now you got to
Dan,
sleep in it.
Exactly. I am not going to suggest that you get it out yet, divorce. But
Okay.
here's the thing. Get another wife.
Ah!
That is
That's what I was
polar
thinking.
opposite. So now you'll have a balance. Like you want one that is not only not clingy, you want one that is completely distant, like a lesbian for you or something. But you
so
know,
funny.
and then one that's not demanding, one that needs nothing. And
No,
that
but I think
way-
you got to bring them in the bed together, and that way see how clingy she is when there's another woman in the room.
Oh, yeah.
Does everyone realize
can lead
that
by
as
example?
the polyamorous guy here, you're actually, from my perspective, giving great advice?
Yeah, no.
That
no.
is exactly
I don't think it's
right.
great advice.
I know you don't.
Here's why. Because
I could be your other guy.
no, that would be very sweet. But listen.
But not going to happen.
But but here's the deal: if she's that clingy, she's gonna like be worse. Because she's gonna stalk him. Like she's gonna know every move.
Right.
She's gonna see him hooking up with some other woman. Then
Yep.
that's gonna get a little crazy.
Yeah, but then
She
you're
go
not the
whack
one
him.
ending the relationship. She will.
Oh no, she won't.
Oh,
No,
no.
those kind of women don't leave the relationship. They stick around.
They're on
and-
that show, Cheaters.
they never stop.
Actually, Trevor had some good advice. Have
What?
sex with her sister.
That's always
Then
the
he's
best
gonna
advice.
die. He's
There
gonna
we
get
go.
killed.
There we go.
And another person said she'll let go after the first 16 years, kind of like parole. All right. Well, our next one. Okay. Oh, we already did the kissing one. I like this one. I promised my wife I'd give up one bad habit for one. Excuse me. I'll start again. I promised my wife I'd give up one bad habit a year for the next 3 years.
Oh, that sucks.
Now, my big 3 habits are smoking, drinking, and donuts. She said if I follow through, she promises to lose 100 pounds.
Whoa.
Question is, what should I give up first? This comes to us from Al.
Donuts.
You should give her up.
Yeah, if she needs to lose 100.
100 pounds.
That's a
yeah.
whole lot of loving.
Well, maybe he likes it. He doesn't like that juice.
Well, obviously
likes the juice.
He likes her because
Yeah.
he's willing to do all this. I would Give up donuts last, because if it doesn't
Yeah.
work out, then you still get to have your donuts.
Well, if she's 100 pounds heavy, then it doesn't really matter if he's like all skinny.
Yeah.
You know,
If he
she's-
gives up donuts, she's just going to be the one to eat them. So
Right.
Yeah.
she'll
If
be
you
eating
want the
donuts.
Yeah,
relation-
he has to keep eating the donuts.
Yeah, he's like keeping the
If you
donuts,
want
right.
the relationship to last, give up the drinking last. Because hopefully by the time you get to that point, you will be, when you're sober, you will recognize that she's worth staying with at that point. But if you give up drinking now and she weighs that, you're out of there.
I think you have swayed
'Cause
me.
you're
from-
gonna-
I think, drinking, give up the cigarettes
Yeah.
first, because that convinced me that is last. Donuts second.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to disagree with Emery, and I think you need to give up drinking last, and here is why. You smoke, eat donuts, and drink. When she loses 100 pounds, she is very quickly going to realize she can do way and you are going to have to get that woman drunk to sleep with you.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Well done, sir.
Yeah.
on that,
Thank you.
Yeah.
The guy who wrote the story gets to write the
I didn't
funniest
write this
joke.
question.
I know. I meant you read it first and
Yes,
added
I
it to the
did.
show.
Okay.
You always come in with the best jokes, you son of a bitch.
he's the alpha and the omega.
Yeah.
All right. Here's one that I could have written but didn't.
Oh.
I could use some advice. I have a problem that when people tell me they love me, I lose interest and leave the relationship.
Oh, you did write
You
that.
did write that, Drew. Yes.
Any suggestions?
Why
and
don't
why do you
you-
think this
oh,
is?
well, this is your
It's from
life.
Michael.
I think you've been sleep writing.
It's from Michael.
So obviously the guy has issues with commitment.
I don't know if it's
If it's a
necessarily
guy or
commitment,
girl.
but like
What's
the
the
reason
name?
I
It's a
can
guy's
relate-
name, right?
Michael.
Okay.
Michael.
I don't know. The reason I'm not sure, I mean, maybe he does, but just from my own perspective,
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with commitment, but I do get very nervous when someone tells me they love me.
Okay, then if he's like you, then he has a problem with commitment, and he is in that denial stage. Now, here's
Didn't your mother tell you that she loved you when you were a kid?
Well, she still does now, but it creeps me out.
I think this guy.
No, I'm kidding.
Now, Drew, because this does kind of. Is it?
Why is
the-
this about me?
The
I don't know. She
conquest
said.
of getting to like it's the game, the conquest. Oh, now I've won. They said I love you. Now it's time to move on to another game.
Yeah, you're
No,
an
that's not
overgrown
right.
child.
No.
No?
I can, okay, you want it to be from my perspective? This is not bad advice, but this is the absolute truth. Here is the thing that causes the problem when
When someone says they love
someone
Drew
says
Marks,
they love me. Yes.
Oh.
I then start feeling a responsibility that I didn't feel before.
Oh, and we can't have that.
No.
Drew be
It's so
responsible.
great
because
when Elton John gets in the room.
so like I can be committed in the relationship and I just want make that person happy and do all that, but when I start feeling like they love me, it's like, oh God, now if I do something bad or if this thing ends, I'm really gonna hurt them, and I don't want to have to go through that breakup later, so I'd rather just do it now.
Now, if I screw
Wait.
somebody else, they're gonna be mad at me. Yeah.
The first mistake you make in a relationship is tell the girl that you do this show.
Yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
advice for you.
Yeah, it's-
and then they'll know how to handle you.
So when our listener loves me,
I want to tell Michael.
sure, it's Trevor.
I want to.
Trevor, you should be here.
Yeah, I know.
I want to give
I love
Michael
you
some
too,
advice
Trevor.
because this is not about Drew. This is about.
I love you,
Michael.
Trevor, and I'm not going to end this relationship.
My advice to Michael is whenever the next time you're in a relationship and the minute the woman tells you she loves you, knock her up. Problem solved.
Oh no, what? That's good. Bad
What's the
advice.
name of the show?
Okay, that's fine.
Bad advice.
That's actually good advice.
I know.
All right.
What? No, it isn't,
Yes,
Marie.
it-
God damn it! I gotta shove her down my
Yes,
pants.
it is. It is good advice
Really?
because yes.
Really?
Because if it freaks you out that she said that she loves you and you get all like, oh, she's gonna get too clingy, I can't deal. Then if she has a baby, she's not gonna give a shit that you're alive anymore. She's gonna love that baby
And
and
I
not
could sneak
you.
out the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Last question.
Not that this is about Drew, but
This is
If he's
the
not
last
sneaking out
question.
the back, he's sneaking in the back. Go on.
This is from Ethan, who wrote from Akron, Ohio.
All right.
When is it time to give up on one's dreams?
Never.
if you live in Akron, it's probably a good time
Yeah.
right,
Right
now.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here in LA, you couldn't do it for the rest of your life. Look at Angeline, that
Vince,
chick on the
when?
You live in Ohio, just End it right now. Drink
Well-
the battery acid.
It depends on what his dream is. If his dream is to open up a bowling alley,
Or
I mean,
to
that's
leave Akron, Ohio.
Yeah, or leave. I mean, like, or get on a bus or leave the house. I mean, that's pretty minimal.
I
but,
have the easy equation. Here's the metric. If you really want to know this, the guy who wrote, guy or girl, guy.
Ethan, I'm guessing. is a guy.
So,
guy.
and anybody else wondering that question, when you hit send on an email to Drew's Bad Advice,
It's time to end it.
it's over.
You've reached the bottom.
Ethan, before we go, here is what you do. You just have to reevaluate your dreams. Aim low. So, as we
I don't
say,
think
you
his
can
dreams are
aim
very
low,
high.
Right. You know, like a double latte.
Yeah.
You know? You
Or a
can make
double-double.
it.
It's not often that Drew slips into good advice, but you are giving some good advice on bad advice.
I want to thank all our listeners, as I always do. This has been another fun show. Thank you, Marie DelPrete.
At Marie DelPrete on Instagram and Twitter.
Bon Ogle.
Hey, watch for me. I play homeless guys on TV quite often.
He really does.
Yeah.
Emery Emery.
At Emery Emery II on Twitter, and you can find me at ardentatheist.com and skepticallyyours.net, our podcasts.
Vince DonVito.
Amazon and iTunes. How to Beat a Bully I star in. You can rent it or buy it. And Behind the Blinds web series premiering next week on YouTube.
Check those things out. Make sure you keep following the show. Subscribe free on iTunes. Write us a review. I know we've been foul this week, but we don't care because it was really fun. And we're going to be off for the next couple of weeks because I am going overseas to entertain the troops.
Yeah, where are you going? What cities?
I am going to Portugal, Greece, Turkey, and Jordan.
Ooh.
So if they don't get kidnapped and beheaded, I will be back in 3 weeks,
Oh.
and we will be doing a show then. Thank you to
Durka,
all our
durka.
listeners. We love you. We'll see you next time. Bye.
I love Marie DelPrete.
Bye.